Think you know everything there is to know about diabetes and diet? Think again. Now, when it comes to managing diabetes, it's easy to fall prey to a multitude of misconceptions. You've probably heard a few of them, right? Like, sugar is the ultimate foe, or carbs are the public enemy number one. But let's be clear, it's not as black and white as it seems. You see, it's not just about eliminating specific food groups or vilifying certain nutrients. It's more about understanding the delicate balance between what we eat and how it impacts our blood sugar levels. Yes, even when it comes to vegetables, the so-called healthiest food group, things are not as straightforward as they may appear. Take the common belief that all vegetables are good for diabetics. Sounds logical, doesn't it? After all, they're packed with fiber, low in calories, and brimming with essential nutrients. But here's the catch. Not all veggies are created equal. Some may have a higher glycemic index, which means they can raise your blood sugar levels more than others. Then there's the myth that if you have diabetes, you should avoid all starchy foods, including starchy vegetables. But hold on a minute, these starchy veggies aren't necessarily the bad guys. In fact, when consumed in moderation and as part of a balanced diet, they can provide essential nutrients that can help manage diabetes. And let's not forget the misconception that people with diabetes should only eat diabetic foods. The truth is, there's no such thing as diabetic foods. What's important is to follow a balanced, nutritious diet that helps maintain stable blood sugar levels. Misconceptions can lead us down the wrong path, but knowledge is our greatest weapon. By debunking these myths, we can start to see the bigger picture of diabetes management. So let's dive into the world of vegetables and see how they can affect your diabetes. Ever heard of the saying, eat your greens? Well, there's a reason for that. When it comes to managing diabetes, green leafy vegetables like spinach and kale can be your best friends. Packed with a myriad of nutrients, these green giants are not only low in calories but also have a minimal effect on blood sugar levels. This is largely due to their low glycemic index, a measure that ranks how much a food item can raise blood glucose levels. Imagine this. You're at a race, and the foods with high glycemic indices are sprinters, sprinting towards the finish line, causing a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. On the other hand, foods with low glycemic indices, like our beloved spinach and kale, are more like marathon runners, slowly and steadily releasing energy. This means your blood sugar levels won't spike, but instead rise gradually, making it easier for your body to manage. But that's not all. These green leafy vegetables are also high in fiber. Fiber, in simple terms, is like a traffic officer in your digestive system. It slows down the absorption of sugars into the bloodstream, preventing sudden spikes in blood glucose levels. Moreover, fiber helps you feel full longer, reducing the urge to reach for that unhealthy snack. And let's not forget about the other benefits. Spinach and kale are rich in antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which are often elevated in people with diabetes. They also provide essential vitamins and minerals like potassium and magnesium that are necessary for overall health. So, next time you find yourself staring at a heaping serving of spinach or a plate full of kale, remember, you're not just consuming a vegetable. You're consuming a powerhouse of nutrients that can help manage your diabetes and boost your overall health. So, before you push that spinach to the side of your plate, remember it's doing wonders for your blood sugar levels. Carrots, beets, potatoes, they're all root vegetables, but are they all good for diabetes? Let's delve into the world of root vegetables and understand their impact on your blood sugar levels. When we talk about root vegetables, we're referring to a broad category of nutritious plants that grow underground. But not all roots are created equal, especially when it comes to managing diabetes. Some root vegetables have higher sugar content than others, and this is something we need to pay attention to. Take beets and carrots, for instance. They are rich in nutrients and fiber, but they also contain more sugar than other root vegetables. This doesn't necessarily mean they're off limits, but moderation is key. Eating too many beets and carrots can cause your blood sugar levels to spike. So if you're planning to add them to your diet, remember balance is crucial. On the other hand, we have vegetables like turnips and radishes. These root vegetables have lower sugar content and are excellent options for those managing diabetes. They can be a part of your regular diet without causing significant impacts on your blood sugar levels. Now, let's talk about potatoes. Potatoes are starchy root vegetables and they have a high glycemic index. This means they can quickly raise your blood sugar levels. But hold on, the cooking method can make a difference here. Boiling potatoes whole can reduce their glycemic index, making them a bit more friendly to your blood sugar levels than, say, mashed or fried potatoes. As you can see, it's not just about the type of root vegetable but also how you prepare it. So, when incorporating root vegetables into your diet, consider their sugar content and how they're cooked. And remember, just because a food is a vegetable doesn't mean it can't impact your blood sugar levels. It's all about making informed choices and maintaining a balanced diet while managing diabetes. Remember, not all roots are created equal when it comes to managing your diabetes. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. The cruciferous family is a large one, but how does it fare for diabetics? Now, let's dive into these verdant delights and uncover their hidden benefits. Cruciferous vegetables, with their distinctive aroma and taste, often get a bad rap, but don't let that deter you. These leafy greens are packed full of fiber, a key ingredient in managing blood sugar levels. You see, fiber slows down the digestion process, which in turn helps to slow the release of glucose into the bloodstream. This results in a more gradual rise in blood sugar levels rather than a sudden spike. So, a meal with a side of broccoli or a handful of Brussels sprouts can help keep your blood sugar steady. Let's not forget about antioxidants, those tiny warriors fighting against harmful free radicals in our bodies. Cruciferous veggies are teeming with these warriors. They contain a wealth of antioxidants like vitamin C, E, and K, and other compounds like glucosinolates, which are known for their cancer-fighting properties. Specifically for diabetics, there's sulforaphane, a compound found in cruciferous vegetables. Various studies have suggested that sulforaphane can help control blood sugar levels in type 2 diabetics. It does this by improving your body's insulin sensitivity, which is the measure of how well your body uses insulin to lower blood sugar levels. But the goodness doesn't end there. These vegetables are low in carbohydrates. Yes, you heard that right. Despite their hearty texture and satisfying taste, cruciferous vegetables won't pile on the carbs. This makes them a fantastic addition to your diet, especially if you're watching your carb intake. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't bypass the cruciferous section. Embrace the world of broccoli, kale, and their cousins. You might just find that they add not just flavor and variety, but also a wealth of health benefits to your meals. So don't shy away from adding a little broccoli or cauliflower to your plate. After all, good health often starts with what's on your plate. Now, we've talked about the good, but what about the bad? Which vegetable should you avoid if you have diabetes? The answer may surprise you. It's a staple in many households and a favorite at family get-togethers. Yes, you guessed it, we're talking about potatoes. This humble spud, especially when processed or fried, can spike your blood sugar levels significantly. But why? You might ask. It all boils down to something called the glycemic index. This is a measure that ranks foods on a scale of 0 to 100 based on how much they raise blood sugar levels after eating. Foods with a high glycemic index like potatoes can cause your blood sugar to surge and then crash, making them a less than ideal choice for those with diabetes. This is particularly true for processed potatoes. Think about all those delicious forms they come in: French fries, mashed potatoes, potato chips. These are often stripped of their natural fiber, a key component that helps to slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. Not to mention, these forms are often served in large portions, which can further contribute to elevated blood sugar levels. So, does this mean you have to give up potatoes entirely? Absolutely not. It's all about moderation and preparation. Opting for a baked potato over fries or mashed potatoes made with the skin on can help reduce the glycemic impact. And remember, portion size matters. A small to moderate serving size will have a much less significant impact on your blood sugar levels than a large one. It's also worth noting that not all potatoes are created equal. Sweet potatoes, for instance, have a lower glycemic index than their white counterparts and are packed with additional nutrients, making them a healthier choice overall. So, if you're managing diabetes, it might be best to limit those French fries and mashed potatoes. Instead, opt for healthier alternatives and remember, moderation is key. Enjoy your food, but make mindful choices. After all, it's not just about living with diabetes, but thriving with it. Beyond our main culprit, are there other vegetables you should be cautious about? Well, let's explore that. While vegetables are generally a wise choice in a balanced diet, not all veggies are created equal, particularly when it comes to managing diabetes. Certain vegetables can have a high glycemic index when cooked or processed, meaning they can cause a rapid rise in blood sugar levels. Two notable examples are corn and peas. Corn, a staple in many diets, is a starchy vegetable that's high in carbs. A single medium-sized ear of corn can contain as much as 27 grams of carbs. That's equivalent to 2 slices of bread. While corn does offer valuable nutrients like fiber, vitamin C, and B vitamins, its high carb content can cause a blood sugar spike if you're not careful. Peas, on the other hand, are another vegetable that can be a bit tricky. Green peas, split peas, and black-eyed peas are all part of the legume family, and they're higher in carbs than most other veggies. A cup of cooked green peas, for example, has about 25 grams of carbohydrates. But don't write peas off entirely. They're also packed with fiber and protein, which can help slow the absorption of those carbs and minimize blood sugar spikes. Now, we're not saying you should avoid corn and peas altogether. They can still be part of a healthy diet, but it's important to be mindful of portion sizes. Small amounts can be incorporated into meals without causing a major impact on blood sugar levels. And of course, always pair these higher carb veggies with lean proteins and healthy fats to further stabilize your blood sugar. It's also worth exploring lower carb vegetable options. Think leafy greens, broccoli, bell peppers, zucchini, tomatoes, the list goes on. These veggies are lower in carbs, high in fiber, and packed with vitamins and minerals that can help support good health. Just remember, moderation is key when it comes to managing your diabetes. Yes, certain vegetables can have a higher glycemic index, but with careful planning and portion control, they can still have a place in your diet. It's all about balance. So, what have we learned about vegetables and diabetes today? We've journeyed through the lush world of leafy greens, delved into the earthy realm of root vegetables, and climbed the crunchy heights of cruciferous veggies. Along the way, we've unraveled some myths and misconceptions and highlighted the importance of a balanced diet. First off, we debunked the idea that all vegetables are off-limits for people managing their diabetes. Instead, we learned that most veggies, especially non-starchy ones like the green leafy vegetables we discussed, are not just safe, but beneficial. Spinach, kale, and collard greens, with their high fiber content and low glycemic index, can help regulate blood sugar levels. Next, we dug into root vegetables. While some, like potatoes and beets, have a higher glycemic index and can cause a spike in blood sugar levels, others, like sweet potatoes and carrots, can be part of a balanced diet when consumed in moderation. Then we moved on to the cruciferous family, where we found an array of diabetes-friendly options. From broccoli to Brussels sprouts, these nutrient-dense powerhouses can provide essential vitamins and minerals without causing a drastic increase in blood sugar levels. As we navigated our way through this vibrant vegetable patch, we did stumble upon one vegetable to approach with caution: corn. With its higher glycemic index and starch content, corn can lead to elevated blood sugar levels if consumed in large quantities. But remember, this doesn't mean you need to banish corn from your diet completely. It's all about moderation and portion control. From there, we expanded our horizons to other vegetables. We discovered that most vegetables, especially those rich in fiber and low in carbohydrates, can play a vital role in managing diabetes. Cucumbers, bell peppers, zucchini, the list goes on. However, the key takeaway from our exploration is not about labeling certain vegetables as good or bad. It's about understanding the role of the glycemic index and how different foods impact blood sugar levels. It's about making informed choices, considering portion sizes, and maintaining a well-rounded, balanced diet. Diabetes management is not about total elimination. It's about moderation, balance, and understanding. It's about knowing your body and how it responds to different foods. So as we conclude our journey, remember this: vegetables are your friends. They're packed with nutrients, fiber, and flavor. They add color, texture, and variety to your meals. And yes, even if you're managing diabetes, you can and should enjoy a wide array of vegetables. So go ahead, fill your plate with a rainbow of veggies. Just be mindful of the types, quantities, and combinations. And most importantly, enjoy your food. After all, eating is not just about nourishment, it's about pleasure, celebration, and love. Remember, managing diabetes isn't about eliminating foods, but about making informed choices. Stay healthy and keep enjoying your veggies.